Good evening, everyone, and welcome in to another Thursday Night Football on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And we got a state line showdown between two teams from Alabama and Georgia, Shaw and Smith Station. And I am joined by Mike Frost, who is our color extraordinaire. He also does play-by-play, and he is a huge, great personality joining the team with us this year. Mike, what are you looking forward to with this one, man?
Well, I'm looking to see what Smith Station brings to the table today. We saw Shaw last week. We got a little feel about what they're going to do.
Right.
We want to see what Smith Station does with Blair Harrison in his first year as a head coach, see what kind of program he's going to direct over there, see what the growth they have, all the 23 new hires as the assistant coaches over there, whole new staff. Let's see what they come out with, whether they're firing off hot or not.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. And here come the Panthers of Smith Station, led by Blair Harrison in their first game of his era at Smith Station, the winningest coach in Brookstone history. And then we have Shaw, led by Johnny Gardner, who Mike talked about. We saw last week they got dominated by Northside. They're trying to regroup, refresh. They won this game last year on the road. They don't want to start 0-2. So we got Raiders, we got Panthers. We got black and white versus black and white, and throwing a little silver, too, for both teams. So going to be a lot of fun here for you. We're presented by Houston Clinic, also the Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. And we presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Coke, and Kinetic Credit Union. So Shaw will get the ball first, Mike, and we'll talk about the quarterback here in just a moment and things you'd like to see Shaw do offensively. Set to return is Robert Bailey. And I'm trying to see who the other player's number is right there. I think that is number 6, which is Vernon Gamble. So Vernon Gamble and Robert Bailey set to return. Kicking for Smith Station is Ethan Munka, a senior. Enough talk. Blair Harrison's been waiting on this for quite some time. He coached.
They're waving them back off.
Oh, they got to do the national anthem. We're so excited. So for those that are just joining us, we were in a 30-minute lightning delay. That is why the game that was originally supposed to start at 7 is now at 7:38. They're trying to rush people in the stadium. They also kind of rushed through the national anthem. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. And we're back here, Georgia Alabama Sports Live, Thursday night football presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Houston Clinic, Kinetic Credit Union, and Coca-Cola. Panthers and Raiders. Mike Frost, give me your insight right now. You saw Shaw last week. Let's start with them first. What do they need to do to stay in this game with Smith Station?
Well, hopefully, let's see if they worked on tackling a little bit in the run game. That kind of buried them a little bit last week. Northside's running back was all over the field. Strong legs, strong turning. Let's see if they worked on gang tackling, taking people down at the point of attack instead of, the gang tackling not working, getting out in open field. Let's see if Shaw worked on that defensively. Offensively, just got to have less stops, less penalties, less mistakes mentally.
Yeah.
So let's see if they worked on that this week.
So, again, set the return. Robert, Bailey, and Gamble. Monka to kick off. And finally, Panthers and Raiders Part 2 here in 2025 to start the Week 2 slate. And we're excited about this one. I have been looking forward to it. I circled it on my calendar. Blair Harrison, who coached here at Shaw a few years ago, was the AD for 3 seasons. Now leading the Panthers. There's a lot of storylines. And we'll dive into them throughout the game.
Oh, and you can tell it's going to be a wild one today, too. I mean, we got lines going out to the stadium still right now. People waiting on that delay. It's wrapped around right now. Looks like Smith Station showed up to come watch this game tonight.
And I expected nothing different when talking with Blair Harrison in the coaches show. Also, Brian Eason, the athletic director, he expected a great show out. And, of course, you know how good the fan base is for Shaw. They are always in attendance. Kind of waiting, and all right.
Looks like we're ready to go now.
Let's play some football. Monka to kick it off. Short kickoffs were the Achilles heel of Shaw last week, and the ball's on the ground. Did Smith Station hop on it? And we got a tussle. This literally happened last week several times in which Northside even got one of the onside kicks. And did Smith Station come away with it?
Looks like we're still waiting on the call here.
And from yes,
yep,
it is
Shaw
going to be Shaw football. But, again, special teams blunders kind of hurt Shaw last week, Mike. We saw multiple times short kickoffs like that, and the Northside able to get it, and it almost happened there for Smith Station.
Oh, yeah. Blair Harrison apparently saw the tape, said he knew the pooch. So why not try it the first time around, see if Shaw improved on it or not, say the same mistakes. So let's see if they grow from here.
All right, at quarterback is Aaron Grant, who – did not play quarterback last week. It was Peterson. This time it's Grant. Grant, bad snap, goes over his head, and he's just going to have to fall on it. And the first snap of Grant here in his senior season, week 2, is a bad one, and now you're already behind the chains, Mike.
Oh, yeah, that's the bad thing you want to see. First, you had the misstep on the pooch. You almost lost the ball there. First snap of the game reminds you of that Peyton Manning Super Bowl, right over his head, down towards the goal line, starting off way behind the chains here already.
So second down and close to 25 after the bad snap that goes over Grant's head. Peterson played last week. But Aaron Grant was a starter for the last 2 seasons, and we expected big things here his senior year. He's in at quarterback now. He'll take the direct handoff, rolling, looking to throw. He's going to take off and run, and this is what he does so well. But a big-time hit by the Smith Station Panthers defense.
Looked like Jeremiah Owens got in there and made the hit on that one. Great defense. They stretched it out over there. He was trying to get outside on a pass option. Nobody's open in the defensive backfield. He tried to cut up field. Couldn't make it anywhere. Defensive backfield was all over him. Waiting in the huddle now as they break the huddle here.
So third down, Mike, what are you doing here? Obviously a passing situation, right, for Grant, but this is not his forte.
Oh, yeah, no. You're probably going to look at a draw here, try to keep the ball on the ground, keep it from being a turnover.
And it's going to be a handoff. And as you just made mention, you kind of not a great start to the possession. It really started with the kickoff return. And at this point, let's just punt it away and reset, right, Mike?
Yes, sir. You just want to kind of keep it. You're already down that far. You don't want to make a mistake trying to throw the ball downfield, cause a turnover. Put the ball in your punter's hands. Let him see if he can reverse the field a little bit here and put Smith Station on the other side of the 50.
So punting situation now for the Raiders. Set the return for Smith Station. can see the young man's number.
Looks like we got Darrell Carter back there ready to kick for Shaw.
Yep. Right now, Smith Station expecting it to get in Shaw territory. If you're watching right now, it's Thursday Night Football on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We have 4 football games we're broadcasting tomorrow. Bad snap, and then he's going to have to pick it up on the run. His knee did not touch the ground, and he is in trouble. There may be a face mask, and Shaw may come out of this with a first down.
Could be a blessing on that one. Bad snap.
Unbelievable,
he goes in his own.
Mike.
I thought his knee touched the ground.
I did too.
Miraculously, somehow he kept it up. Smith Station defender came in there, tried to tackle him into the end zone for a safety, ended up grabbing his helmet or his face mask. Let's see what the call is going to be.
And Coach Harrison cannot be happy if that's the case. A bad snap. And it is on Smith Station. And I think that's going to be an automatic first down.
If it is, that's a huge break for Shaw right there.
We couldn't hear the referee because his mic was going out. As they're marking off the yardage. So it's still going to be punting. Not an automatic first down, just 15 yards. It will make it 4th and 10, but they're still going to punt. And Carter Jr. back to punt it for Smith Station. For Shaw. There's a good snap, finally.
A little rugby style.
Not a bad punt. That's going to go past Smith Stations. And they're going to be downing it inside the 35. We'll take a quick break. It's Thursday Night Football. Shaw and Smith Station on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Here they come! More big transport trucks full of new GMC trucks and SUVs to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of the best-selling full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $12,750 off. New GMC Terrains with a fresh design, a spacious interior, and safety features, discounted up to $4,000 off MSRP. Plus, enjoy no payments until November at Glenn Smith GMC and Opelika. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone. Smith Station is going to start at their own 34-yard line, and handoff is going to get about 3 or 4 yards. Jeremiah Black is the one that had it. Cohen Thomas, he's the quarterback. Now, Blair Harrison likes running the football. He runs an old-school type of offense, but he says if he has a quarterback that can throw it, like Cohen, he's willing to open up his offense. What are you expecting here tonight, man?
I expect a little mix-up here. He's going to check. He's going to see if the run game's working or not. Try to throw in a little pass, keep Shaw's defense honest as the game goes along. Try to keep them off balance on their toes.
Thomas under center, 3 running backs in the backfield. Motion. And this time it's going to be an inside handoff. And that was Braylon Crowell, the sophomore, who gets close to the first down. And you're seeing the methodical offense that Blair Harrison likes to run, but don't be surprised if they start rolling out here, but 3rd and short, Mike.
Oh, yeah, you're going to see the safety walk up a little bit here. Kavion Joseph making the tackle on that one from his safety position, coming upfield, filling the tunnel. So you know they're going to be looking for the run here on 3rd and short, so let's see if they bring anybody up, maybe play 8 in the box here.
We got varsity football, Smith Station and Shaw here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And timeout, Coach Gardner, he didn't like something. And we'll take 1-2. It's Thursday Night Football presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Coca-Cola, Kinetic Credit Union, and, of course, Houston Clinic. We'll be right back after this.
Imagine making your dreams a reality, achieving your goals and aspirations, and having a financial partner that understands your dreams never sleep. At Kinetic Credit Union, we're more than just a bank. We're 40,000 members strong, with local service, personal connections, and a nationwide network. Leading-edge technology to help you make financial decisions easier, smarter, and safer. We are Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
How you doing, man?
Welcome back, everyone. All right, Coach Gardner obviously didn't like the misalignment, and the thing that they struggled with last week is the run game. You think that he's trying to get on top of them now so they don't have the same mistakes as last week?
Oh, yeah, because when it comes to playing defense on the run game, you want to make sure you're fitting your keys, making sure the linebackers are seeing what the guards are doing. You don't want any mistakes on this, especially third and short, first drive of the game. You want to get the ball back here. They're still on the minus side of the field, so you want to stop them right here. He wants to make sure he gets the correct call in.
Third and short now for Cohen Thomas and the Panthers offense at the 42-yard line. He'll take the snap and he'll hand it off, and there's a big hole, and he busts into the secondary. Big run, but Trevon Key and a first down.
Yeah, it looked like he just went right off tackle there. It looks like a zone play with that T wishbone they got going on there. You had Chris Logan coming up with the tackle there, but just a little bit too late. He had already passed the first down line. Got it. Possession keeps rolling.
They're already past midfield, and you saw 3 straight running plays equaled a Panthers first down. So 1st and 10 for Thomas. Out to the near side is Davion Lamb as the receiver. Another handoff, and it's going to be a speed sweep, and he's got a lot of room, blocking in front, runs into both of his guys. Stays on his feet. Does Key. A flag does come down, but a 7-yard pickup by Key and the Panthers.
Yeah, you had the defense there trying to stretch him out. You had Darrell Carter and Jerome Watley out there trying to stop the play. You got a flag down the field. I'm not sure if it's going to be an illegal block or a face mask 1. Could have been a hold out there on that side. Usually that's the call when you got a wide receiver trying to hold on to a block out that wide.
And look, Mike, seeing here, didn't see much, and it is on the offense. So we thought maybe a face mask, but it was on the offense, and you see on the replay, it's going to back them up to make it first down and 14.
Yeah, possibly a block in the back on that one. Maybe he just shadowed. Barely got there.
It's first down. And there is another lightning delay. So we got about 5 minutes into it, and I thought I heard the alarm, but thought it may have been part of the band. So we're going to have a, unfortunately, 30-minute lightning delay here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And we will be right back, and we'll try to dissect what we're thinking so far in this one. It's Thursday Night Football, presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Jack, Houston Memorial Hospital, Houston Clinic, Kinetic Credit Union, and, of course, Coca-Cola. We want to thank everyone on Facebook and YouTube who has been patient with us. We are counting down, hopefully, the next couple of minutes as seems like the teams are kind of getting ready, coming out of the locker room, that we are potentially going to try to finish this game here tonight. Thrift Barringer, Mike Frost. It's been a fun time up in the press box. We got TVM and RBL. Tony Reese and Jack Patterson. We were about to have a duel. It was going to be the ultimate fight. We were going to put the camera on them, and then all of a sudden now we're a couple minutes away, Mike. So we're going to miss out on that fight. We'll try to reschedule it, but excited about potentially this game, though.
Oh, yeah, we're waiting on this one, man. We got 4 minutes left to go. Waiting on Blair Harrison to lead the Panthers back out. Waiting on Garner to leave Shaw back out here on the field. We're ready to see another. It's going to be lightning, thunder all day. We're going to see a storm here on the field here in a couple minutes, we hope.
All right, we're going to take a break, and we're just giving you an update. We are a few minutes away. If nothing else happens, I'm trying to make sure I don't jinx anything, we will have football as they're actually letting fans come back and sitting down now. So we'll take a break. When we come back, it's Panthers and Raiders Thursday Night Football on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. after another long lightning delay, we are warming up and looking like we're about to play some football. Raiders and Panthers. We started the first quarter with a Shaw punt, followed by Smith Station getting a first down, and then that's when everything started going downhill in terms of the weather, Mike.
Yeah, we didn't make it too far in. We're not even halfway through the first quarter here. We've had one drive for for Shaw so far. Smith Station's got the ball driving near midfield. Let's see what kind of game we're going to have from here on out. Got Blair Harrison's going to be calling. Looks like they're going to be focusing on the run more this game. The old school Blair Harrison offenses, they always lean more towards the rush anyway, so we're going to see if he's going to try to stick to that, try to keep that defensive line for Shaw on skates.
So Shaw and now Smith Station are warming up. The fans stayed. I'll give them credit to the ones who did stay. Some left, but the ones who did stay, we're glad you did. But it's the beauty of broadcasting games. If you decided to go home, put it on YouTube on your smart TV, pull out your phone, go to Facebook right now. And by the way, if you're watching, why try to wait or have to go search, go find it? No, if you subscribe to the YouTube channel and you like us on Facebook, you'll get notifications when we're live. So please go and do that. It helps us out. It lets us know that you care about what we do here in the community, and we really appreciate it, Mike.
Oh, yes, we sure do, man. It's a great thing having this around here around town. People have been waiting for a long time to start being able to watch high school ball. Not everybody can make it to the games all the time. That's why we're glad with all this technology now. You can sit there and watch high school ball at home instead of having to wait for ESPN or somebody else to broadcast it. Georgia Alabama Sports Live is doing a great job here. Looks like Shaw's ready to go. They're done stretching and doing their thing. Smith Station's still trying to finish up over there.
Yep. And at Smith Station, we'll have the football when we get back started. We're presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, the first original sponsor here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Coca-Cola, their deep ties within the community and their support of high school athletics is unwavered. Kinetic, all your banking needs. Go to Kinetic Credit Union, of course. Houston Clinic. You don't know how many stories they've been able to help kids overcome injuries to be able to pursue their dream. Thank you to Houston Clinic and Jack Houston Memorial Hospital and their support of the injury timeout.
Yeah,
Looks like we're about ready to play some football, Mike.
Oh, yeah, we're about ready here. It's counting down. I've been sitting here getting antsy. Got a little bit of goosebumps on my forearms right now. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to watch this game, ready to see what happens here the rest of this. We got 3.5 quarters of smash mouth to go. Watching as everybody's starting to come on to the field now, ready to get play kick back off here in a second.
Make sure you share this video. Tag us. Let us know you're watching. Leave a comment below. So Smith Station will start now at their own 49-yard line. It is first down. There was a penalty. It was a block in the back after a good run before we had to go to the weather delay. Thomas under center. We'll hand it off, and there's a little misdirection that's going to lead to a good 8 to 9 yard gain. On the carry there was number 27, Luke Sexton.
Yeah, Jerome Watley on the tackle there from the corner position came up on the little misdirection play, kept from getting too far upfield to get the first down.
The fullback Sexton with a big run there for second down and 5 now for Smith Station. Motion, jet sweep, trying to get to the outside and able to, makes a man miss and then gets close to the first down marker. Jeremiah Black on the carry, and you're seeing just very simple, old school, but you got so many options within this option attack, Mike.
Oh, yeah, they like to mix it up. You can go either wing when they line them both up on the flank, or as far as like an H-back, as some people would call it nowadays. You can go dives up the middle, or you can go sweeps, jet sweeps, traps, all that stuff. It's all a matter of being your keys on defense and make sure you get off those blocks and get upfield.
Smith Station's now at the Shaw Raider 38-yard line. Thomas doing a great job facilitating the offense, and there goes the big fullback on the carry. Sexton with another 10-yard gallop, and that looks like another Smith Station first down. They're just killing them inside the trenches right now, Frost.
Oh, yeah, they're definitely – that offensive line is firing off the ball, staying low. They're moving – by the time – they're pretty much moving the line of scrimmage 3-4 yards by the time the ball snapped every play so far today. Just keeping that ball on the ground, doing what Blair Harrison and his offense wants to do.
First down from the 28 now from Thomas. And they'll hand it to another outside run. He tries to cut it inside. Shoestring tackle. He's still carrying some defenders to Trayvon Key. And then he'll be blown dead after a short gain.
Yeah, you had Jerome Watley III come through there and kind of get up in that lane. Held him on by ankles, by his shoestrings, and waited for the rest of his defense to come around and finish off the tackle for a minimal gain there. Great job by Shaw to kind of stay tight, stay disciplined on that play.
Second down and 8 for Shaw. Sexton, Key, and Black in the backfield with Cohen Thomas. Panthers in all white with the black helmets. Handoff again, this time to number 2, Trayvon Key once more, and he gets about 4 or 5 to shut up third down and short. And this is what happened last week, is the short gains that led, short runs that led to big gains later on in the game because of the holes and just wearing down Shaw's defense. And you're seeing that here once more. So Shaw's going to have to find an option to be able to stop this running attack, Mike.
Oh, yeah, they're going to have to. It's going to come from your second level there. The linebacker's going to have to come up and make plays, really get in there in the line of scrimmage and stop those the offensive linemen from getting a good push.
Runs into his own man, but then he's going to take the handoff to Jeremiah Black. And that will be enough for a Smith Station Panther.
Yeah, just keeping it on the ground here, just rushing. Blair Harrison knows what he wants out of that offensive line. They're coming up off the field. They're making that defensive line for them. Smith Station just push back every time.
First down and 10 from the red zone. Thomas, handoff, big run by Trayvon Key. And it looks like there is an injury. So we're going to have our first Jack Houston Memorial Hospital injury timeout. And there's a Panther that is on the ground right now. But a great drive for Smith Station. We'll take a break. We'll be right back after this here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Imagine making your dreams a reality, achieving your goals and aspirations, and having a financial partner that understands your dreams never sleep. At Kinetic Credit Union, we're more than just a bank. We're 40,000 members strong, with local service, personal connections, and a nationwide network. Leading-edge technology to help you make financial decisions easier, smarter, and safer. We are Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Welcome back, everyone, here in the first quarter. Smith Station and Shaw 0-0. We've had quite a few lightning delays. That is the reason why we are just now starting this one. Smith Station, second down and short, inside the 10 of Shaw. Thomas is going to hand it off to Sexton. Sexton, big hole, and he'll be knocked down right at the 1-yard line. Another big run for the fullback. And they are just on the doorstep of Pater.
Yeah, big boy wants to eat. He just couldn't quite get to that line and cross it. Now it's going to be first down and goal from inside the 1. We can kind of predict what's going to happen here. That run game's gotten them all the way this far. I just hand it off to the fullback, let them play.
1 minute left here in the first quarter. And direct snap. He's going to go under center and get in for a touchdown. Opening drive, Smith Station goes right down the field and scores 6 on the Cohen Thomas sneak, but that was all off the legs of the three-headed monster of Trayvon Key, Jeremiah Black, and Luke Sexton there, Mike Frost.
I mean, 13 plays, 86 yards on that drive right there. I mean, you can't draw it up any better than that. First drive of the whole season, you just take it downfield, run it right down their gullet the whole time.
And that is Blair Harrison offense at its finest. Extra point is up, and extra point is good. How about Smith Station? 13 play, 7-minute, 8-minute drive that led to a touchdown. We're 52 seconds from the end of the first quarter here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Here they come! More big transport trucks full of new GMC trucks and SUVs to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of the best-selling full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $12,750 off. New GMC Terrains with a fresh design, a spacious interior, and safety features, discounted up to $4,000 off MSRP. Plus, enjoy no payments until November at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
When Shaw set to return, Smith Station, how about that drive? 13 plays, 86 yards.
Yeah, if you were to look up in the Webster's dictionary the word methodical, that's what that drive was right there. Blair Harrison football at its best. Reminds you of the Brookstone days when it was just wing tee, run it down your throat. You're just going to have to stop us.
Set to return Robert Bailey and Vernon Gamble for the Raiders. Seems like forever ago. And another short kick that will be returned there by Jerome Watley III. He'll finally be taken down, but decent field position here for Shaw. And they got to get something positive going offensively. In 2 games now, they've had several drives that either sold out, didn't manage anything, except for 1 touchdown last week. And you saw there, bad snaps put them behind the 8 ball, and that was it.
Oh, yeah, that first drive started first play of the game, snap past the quarterback. They end up down there inside. Almost got the safety on the second play. So, I mean, mistakes are going to kill you in this game. You're going to get behind. If you get behind the chains, behind the 8 ball, it's hard to catch up, especially when you're already down this early in the game.
First and 10 from the 34 for Aaron Grant and the Shaw Raiders. They need something positive going. And another bad snap, and that's actually Peterson, who's in the backfield with him, and he's just going to have to throw it away because he's outside the pocket. 3rd bad snap already in this game for Shaw.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a wet ball down there or what's going on. It seemed like it went right through his hands, the quarterback hands. He had the ability to pick the ball up instead of just falling on the ground and at least try to make a play, threw the ball out of bounds to keep from getting a loss on it. So it's still 2nd and 10 rather than 2nd and 25 is what it would have been.
36 seconds here in the first quarter, 2nd down and 10 for Shaw. Peterson's going to hand it off, and Aaron Grant's just going to be a running back, and he bulldozes his way for 8 yards. Well, Aaron Grant's one of your best runners. I guess you can do it this way.
Oh, exactly.
Have a 2 quarterback and just let him run.
Get the ball in your athlete's hand. He's a 220-pound guy. He's hard to bring down at this level. Might as well just put the ball in his hands, let him go to work.
Could be the final play of the first quarter as they reset the chains. Peterson in at quarterback with Aaron Grant behind him. Grant playing running back right now. Another handoff to Aaron Grant. Aaron Grant's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage, and he'll get maybe 2. And what was a long lightning delay first quarter, Smith Station leads 7-0. It's Thursday Night Football on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, After Dark edition. We'll be right back after this.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Welcome back, everybody. Second down, 8 for Peterson Grant. Snap to Peterson. Peterson's going to get the ball out quickly, and he's hit right at the line. And he was looking for number 13 and Trenton Patton. Great coverage there by Smith Station.
Yeah, the corner out there, I believe that's John Wesley McCoy. He came up there, made a good play, broke on that slant play. They tried to do a little quick hitter there on second down, try to get to the first down marker. He denied him off the bat.
Third down. Don't forget, tomorrow we got the halftime update presented by the Beck Center. You're going to get Roger Beck. Thank you to him and his support. And the Beck Center, who presents the halftime report, helps present it. Richard Holdridge will be there for all 4 games, and there is a penalty. You see it here, halftime show presented by the Beck Center. All 4 games, Tatnall Square, Pacelli. Harris County at Troup County, Glenwood at Valley, and Carver Spencer. You're going to get Richard Holdridge updating you and the halftime show presented by the Beck Center.
Good old full slate tomorrow for everybody.
Third down because of the penalty, Mike, and now it looks like a must-pass situation, which has not been a recipe for success with Shaw. Not empty basketball. Excuse me, Mike.
Oh, you're good. No, not long. It's hard at this level, especially with the quarterback they have. You don't have.
And that's a deep throw, and he had an open receiver there, Mike, and just overshot his target. It may have hit his hand. He was looking there for Marquell Charleston, and that's going to be another punt. Good defense by Smith Station.
Oh, yeah, he tried to high point it up there, but it just sailed just over his head there for a second.
It seems like Shaw can never get any momentum. They can't have consecutive good plays. There's always something, either a penalty, a bad snap, and it's really hurt any drives that they've had in these last 2 games. And they're trying to find that continuity, obviously, here early in the season.
Oh, yeah, consistency is key when it comes to offense. If you want to sustain a drive, you have to be consistent. If you cause yourself penalties, if you have mistakes along the line of scrimmage or even in the backfield with snaps, it's going to hurt you regardless.
Fourth down. And a good snap this time, but not a great punt. And it's going to get a Smith Station bounce, and they're going to start at the 50-yard line for Cohen Thomas and the offense, who had a methodical drive in which they threw 0 passes and ran the ball 13 times for 86 yards to lead to a touchdown.
Yeah, it doesn't help when you have a 9-yard punt. That's going to hurt. You put them right directly at midfield. Smith Station is going to have great field position here. They've got the momentum on their side. We can kind of tell what's about to happen here. We're going to go back to that double wing, run the ball, see if Shaw can change it up here, maybe put 8 in the box, try and stop it. Not a whole lot of threat in the air so far from Smith Station.
Thomas, another good handoff, and there is a penalty. Trayvon Key was the running back there.
Yeah, they had both wingbacks go in motion kind of cross to kind of cause some confusion for the Shaw defense, but I'm not sure. Yeah, they got them on illegal motion. Both guys were in motion at the same time before the ball was snapped. Neither one of them were set. Of course, you're going to go back 5 yards every time you do that. And Smith Station's offensive line's got to be feeling pretty confident so far after that first drive. So I don't think they're going to be deterred too much by that first possession of that illegal motion.
They're not going to change their offense up and start throwing it here on first down. I promise you that on 1st and 15. Thomas, and nice handoff, good blocking, spin move, good pull there, but great tackle. Jeremiah Black was the running back.
Yeah, you had Tupacino Luamali come up and make the tackle up there. He was a minimal gain there. He got about 2 yards on the play with that misdirection. Had a little circle button action, but it didn't get him too far anywhere.
So 2nd down and 12. Make that 13. Handoff, busts to the outside, breaks a tackle, but then finally gets pushed down. Jeremiah Owens makes it 3rd and now manageable, about 3rd and 8. Good pursuit there by the Raiders defense.
Yeah, Darrell Carter Jr. came up there for the initial hit, and it was finished off by Chris Logan, kind of keep him from getting too far upfield, so now we end up with a 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8.
Linebackers walking up for Shaw.
And there's going to be a penalty. And it looks like by Shaw's reaction, it may be on them.
Yeah, they may have caused some movement up front when they came up there showing blitz. Offensive line got a little jumpy.
Actually, it is going to be on Smith Station. So they'll move them back. False start, 5 yards, 3rd and long. Now it looks like this may be a passing situation. But I say that, knowing Blair Harrison the way your defense has played, this could be a 4-down situation. Why not get half the yards and make it 4th and manageable?
Yeah, exactly. You want to get upfield, get it on the back on the plus side of the field, give yourself a better option to make a play call.
And they are going to hand it off. Sexton was the carrier, and it'll be 4th down and 8. They just regained to where they originally were at before that penalty, and it looks like Coach Harrison's telling Cohen that they're going to go for it.
Oh yeah, you kind of expect this on the plus side of the field from Harrison. He's not going to want to give the ball up right here. Great job by the Shaw defense, kind of surrounding the running back, Chris Logan coming out. But now it looks like you do have the punt team coming out on the field.
Probably second guess there, and like, you know what, our defense is playing. Let's make this a field possession game. Let's pin them back and play some good defense and try to get it even closer.
Yeah, Shaw made the adjustment. They looked like they kind of went to a 3-4 defense there and walked both outside linebackers up, kind of looking like they're playing like a wide 9, try to pinch down on that run game from Smith Station on that last drive.
And that is an absolute decent punt that it got a great roll, and they will pin them down inside the 15. And Shaw's going to come out. And they got to get something positive going offensively. Get a couple first downs. Do something to keep your defense off the field.
Oh, yeah, at this point, I mean, you're still in the game. It hadn't looked too good on offense yet. You're still only down 1 score. It takes 1 good drive to even this thing back up. Shaw has nothing to kind of look back at. They have a lot of things to work on right now on the offensive side, but they're not out of this game. 1 drive, and they're right back in it.
So first down for Shaw, down 7-0. Remember, last year's game was won by Shaw. Low-scoring affair. Hand off to Aaron Grant. Aaron Grant playing running back today will get 3 yards on a tough carry.
Yeah, not a whole lot of frills there, just shooting right upfield on that dive play. He's not trying to juke. He's not trying to do spins. He's just trying to get as much yards as he can upfield.
Another handoff to Grant. They're just pounding the rock with number 1.
Yeah, that defensive line for Smith Station is giving Shaw a little bit of trouble trying to get some movement there. Pretty much stalemating them at the line of scrimmage. Not a whole lot of running room for Aaron to get upfield and try to make a play.
Third down.
It looks like Shaw's trying to run like what looks like a 4-2-5 defense out there. They've got the outside linebackers playing out wide with the 4 wides that Shaw has. So they're kind of playing like the outside linebackers out wide, covering the slot receivers, but looking in at those runs because it's not really a pass-heavy offense to begin with.
Grant will now be to the slot receiver. 4 receivers with Peterson at quarterback will take the snap. He's under duress, and he'll be taken down. No, incomplete. And I guess he was outside the pocket, but blitz came, and Owl had disaster almost written all over it, Mike.
Oh, yeah, and then you had Darn Carlos Petiote come out there and make that bat down or whatever. He tried to get away from it, tried to elude the sack, tried to throw it upfield. DeCarlo standing right there just swatted that thing into the end zone for an incomplete pass.
So Smith Station did exactly what they want, and you see here on the replay, what a job batting that one down and almost getting the sack.
And Smith Station looking to get good field position here with the return man set up near the 50-yard line. Last punt only went 9 yards on that rugby-style kick. So
You don't want it to go 9 yards
no,
here.
Not here, no, sir.
This time gets off another decent punt that will get, this time, a Shaw favorable roll, and Smith Station will start 2 yards in front of where they started last time at the Shaw 48-yard line. Houston Clinic. We want to thank Mark Baker and Houston Clinic team for being a part of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We thank them so much for their partnership of what we do.
I know I spent many a times at Houston Clinic coming up around this area. Dr. Gudger saw me probably too much. Let's see if Shaw can try and stop him here. We got 6 minutes left in the first half, so they don't want to go down by 2 scores before the halftime. So let's see if they can try to make another drive here like they did last time, stop them before any kind of momentum gets going.
Handoff up the middle, and 5-yard carry for Sexton. The big fullback's been getting quite a few touches here in this first half.
Yeah, Braylon Lewis came in there with the cleanup tackle there to kind of keep him from getting too far upfield, make it a manageable second down for the defense.
Thomas done a great job. This time, moving the pile is Jeremiah Black, and it will bring up 3rd down and short. Every time Smith Station gets the ball, it's 3 yards at a cloud of dust, man, and it works. And why get away from it? You saw last week, that's what Northside did to Shaw, and if you're Smith Station, you're Blair Harrison, why wouldn't you do the same thing?
Oh, yeah, you want to wear them down. That's the game on offense. If you have an offensive line that can push the other side and kind of wear down that defense, by the 4th quarter, the game's all yours.
This time, good defense by Shaw, pushing, and they're going to be short of the 1st down. The good pursuit there by the defensive line of the Raiders. Bring up 4th down and short, and Thomas is, obviously this is going to be a must-go-for-it situation for Blair Harrison. They've been getting 3 or 4 yards of carry, except for that one. 4th and 1.
Yeah, last time we kind of guessed wrong because we were thinking it was going to be that go for it on 4th down, but being where they were, 1 yard to go here is basically, all right, let's test our metal, boys. Offensive line, it's your job to get us past.
Thomas still getting the decision from Coach Harrison.
Yeah,
and I wonder if a timeout's going to be called here.
Looks like it might be. We're down to less than 10 seconds on the play clock.
Yeah,
so.
And Coach Harrison's going to do exactly that. He says, why take these to halftime with me? We'll take a timeout. Coach Harrison needs to think it over. Smith Station leads Shaw 7-0 here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
It's a great day for a new Chevrolet from Glenn Smith in Opelika. Hit the road in a rugged new full-size Chevy Silverado with discounts up to $12,250 off MSRP. New Chevy Traverse, the spacious and comfortable ride with affordable pricing. Now with discounts up to $4,000 off MSRP. People from all over the USA are coming to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
we're back here. 4th down, Mike, and short. Thomas. Handoff is to Sexton. Sexton bullying his way, and he's going to get a Smith Station 1st down. Why not give it to the fullback? He's been tough to take down all game, and you're seeing there a big pickup for a 1st down.
Yeah, I got to give it to Braden Blakeney there on that offensive line. I mean, they're just mauling that Shaw defense on that last play there. They said, we need 1 yard. We'll go for 6 instead. Oh, got a little misdirection, a little confusion in the backfield there.
One of the offensive linemen almost tripped up his own quarterback, and Coach Harrison's like, what the heck was that? Well,
yeah, the quarterback.
but at least got a yard, even on a bad play. That's kind of the luck it's been for Shaw, Mike. Even on a bad play for Smith Station, they still managed to get a yard.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it looked like the quarterback tried to do his best Mark Sanchez impersonation on that one.
The butt fumble?
Yes, sir.
2nd down and 9. Didn't know you were going to get a butt fumble reference here on a Thursday Night Football, Georgia Alabama Sports Live. So now the referees are discussing there may be a penalty, and they're marking off yardage. Or, no, they're trying to get the spot right. So they did lose a yard, which I thought was kind of weird that they got tackled behind the yard marker, and yet they gained. 2nd down, 12. Thomas fakes, pass, wide open, cut, touchdown. You knew he was going to do the play action pass. Thomas showing with his arm, and he finds a wide open Davion Lamb on the touchdown.
Blair Harrison calling the plays there, lulling the defense to sleep this entire game. The whole first half, there hasn't been a single pass thrown on the Smith Station
What
side.
a call there, Mike. You knew it was coming. He kept going in the middle, going up the middle, and then boom, you hit him on a play action pass, and the tight end was streaking down the sideline.
Yeah, you got to think the defense was thinking it didn't matter what the yardage and the distance was that whole drive. Smith Station was running the ball. So they're looking run. Smith Station says, nah, we got you.
And just like that, it's 14-0. The new era of Panther football. Did you know it was here? Coach Blair Harrison's team's up by 14. We'll take a break. 2:35 remaining here in the first half. It's Thursday Night Football on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Welcome back, everybody. 14-0. How about dialing up that play action pass at the right time? That's how you know your offense, Mike Frost.
That was beautiful. That was a beautiful timing. Like I said, lulling the defense to sleep the entire game. They're thinking run, 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 run. They get down there. Right after that little mishap in the backfield, they decide, you know what, let's just go play action here, put this game up by 2 scores.
And a booming punt by Monka. And it will be returned there to the 30, 35, still on his feet, reverses field, and he just steps out of bounds. Does Robert Bailey, or he was about to do the Reggie Bush and put the ball behind his back and run down the sideline.
Yeah, he had a little bit of movement on that one. You saw a little scat back on that one right there. Cut up there, caught the lane towards the sideline. We thought he might have had it. Made his little break, that pivot foot just stepped out on the sideline there and caused him to stop it.
1st down and 10 for Shaw. And with this 2:28, I feel like points are needed. just for the confidence. You're not out of this game. It's only a 2-touchdown. But right now, you're just having a tough time stopping Smith Station. Your offense has done nothing.
Oh, exactly. I mean, your offense hasn't been out there much at all. You want to at least get something on the board here. Maybe throw it downfield. See what you can get.
Peterson, Alvin all day, throws as he's hit, and it's going to be intercepted. It is going to be intercepted by Trevon Key, who plays both ways, and Peterson, who was hit as he threw it. And that one's going to be intercepted. He was looking for Robert Bailey, but overshot him, and that's a big turnover there, Mike. I'm trying to see if there is a flag. By the reaction of Shaw, their offense is still on the field.
I'm wondering if it's a roughing the passer came
because
through there.
he did get hit.
Yep.
I thought it was simultaneous, but they're going to say roughing the passer, Mike.
Yeah, I don't know if he maybe hit him too high there. If it was like one of those, face mask to face mask type things, they're trying to protect the quarterbacks here. Didn't seem like it was a late hit, but you never know. What the referee sees is what the referee sees. So James Brown decided it was roughing the passer. That's what it is.
That's exactly right. And we don't argue.
No, sir.
2:19, so because of the roughing the passer, Shaw is now finally in Smith Station territory, and they needed that break bad.
Oh, they did.
Turnover turned into an automatic first down.
Yeah, that puts them on the plus side of the field here with about 2 minutes left in the game.
Whistle is blown.
Looks like we got timeout on Smith Station there.
Yeah, and Smith Station, I think, also is kind of upset with the call, too. We'll take a quick break. 2 minutes left here in the first half of a 14-0 game. Smith Station on top.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Welcome back, everybody. First down for Shaw. And don't forget, tomorrow we got 4 games highlighted by the marquee game of the year. It's Carver and Spencer Heritage Bowl. Myself and DJ Jones will be on the call. Do not forget to watch that. It'll be right here on this Facebook page and YouTube channel, just like all our games will be tomorrow night. We got 4 of them. Handoff. And there goes the fast running back who will be finally taking down Vernon Gamble there on the carry. He'll get about 5 and another positive gain for Shaw.
Yeah, nice little cutback there by Gamble, and then you had Braden Whale make the stop out there to keep it at a 5-yard gain instead of what it could have been, much more explosive.
We also have Tatnall and Pacelli on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We have Glenwood at Valley and Harris County at Troup County. 4 games all on this channel. Peterson wide open, and he misses. A guy going streaking down the field. Open was Trenton Patton. He was looking for the crosser in Robert Bailey and threw it behind him, 3rd down.
Yeah, you couldn't tell which one he was actually trying to get there. I didn't know if he was trying to get
tipped a little bit too, Mike.
He might have been throwing for the guy about 10 yards downfield and hit the guy that was about 5.
So it's 3rd down for Shaw.
Huge one here to keep the drive going, trying to score before the half.
Aaron Grant and Peterson are going to swap. Grant at quarterback now. Takes the snap, rides on the zone read, hands it off, and there is Vernon Gamble, and he'll be really close to the first down. It'll be 4th and short.
Yeah, the Panthers did a good job of trying to cover that RPO right there. Grant held it as long as he could before he just let the running back take off with it, and it kept down to us 4th and short now instead of a first down.
And on the 4th down carry, looks like it's going to be enough for a first down. And Shaw needed that, but the clock is ticking, 43 seconds and counting here in the first half. Shaw trying to get some points on the board before halftime.
Yeah, they're running out of time here. 2 and 3 yards at a time ain't going to get it done when you want to get in the end zone and get some points on the board.
Peterson looking, steps up on the run, going to take off and gets hit hard, but not before a gain of 5. But again, the clock's still running. Coach Gardner calls a timeout. 15 seconds left here in the first half.
Yeah, it looks like he wanted to go downfield, but Smith Station had great coverage back there in the defensive backfield. He had nowhere to go to throw the ball. Took off upfield, couldn't get out of bounds. Had to use a timeout by Coach Garner there to keep the possession going before the clock ran out.
At this point, are you playing for a field goal? Are you playing for a touchdown? What are you doing if you're Coach Gardner, Mike?
Well, at this point, I'm thinking it's going to have to be a touchdown. There aren't a whole lot of high school kickers that can kick a 49-yard field goal, which is about what it would be from this distance. Unless you have a really good kicker, I'd say you probably have 2 plays right here, maybe 3 if you can get quick hitters out of bounds, try and stop the clock. But we're looking at maybe you want to get about 15 to 20 here on this play and then try to get in the end zone on the next one.
So 2nd down and 5. Thrift Barringer, Mike Frost. Thursday Night Football, Shaw and Smith Station, Georgia, Alabama Sports Live. Bring you all the coverage for all the sports all year long. Peterson rolling out. Peterson directing traffic, and he's going to have to take off and run. He'll be pushed out of bounds right at the first down marker. I think he had enough, but still 8 seconds left on the clock.
And it looks like they're going to bring it back. You had the referee back there throw down a flag in the backfield. Looks like it was a hold when he was scrambling out to the right. You had a couple offensive linemen trying to keep the other guys from pursuing his quarterback. Sometimes you make mistakes, grab a jersey from behind. It actually costs you more than it benefits you there on that one.
If you're watching on Facebook, like the Facebook page. We're going to be home for all Smith Station Athletics, Shaw Athletics this entire year. So like the Facebook page, like us and subscribe on YouTube. We have 15 schools around the area that are home on Georgia, Alabama Sports Live this upcoming season.
Looks like there may have been offset penalties on that play there.
And that's going to be a timeout. Coach Gardner takes another one. We'll take a quick break. Raiders take a timeout. 8 seconds left in the half on Georgia, Alabama Sports Live.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Welcome back, everybody. 14-0 is the score. Smith Station and Shaw. Thursday Night Football. Georgia, Alabama Sports Live. You see Peterson there, who has been taking some licks in this first half. But he's gotten up like a trooper every single time, Mike. 2nd down, 8 seconds left.
You ain't got a whole lot of time to do much of nothing but go for the end zone here.
Stack receivers. Grant on the far side. Peterson steps up, runs into his own man, trying to elude a tackler, does, still on his feet, and finally going to be taken down as the clock strikes 0. And a dominant first half for Smith Station. 2 touchdown drives. And the Panthers in the opening game of the Blair Harrison era up by 2 touchdowns on Johnny Gardner's Raiders. We still have a whole half to go. Do not go anywhere. It's Thursday Night Football presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Coca-Cola, Houston Clinic, and Kinetic Credit Union. We'll be right back after this.
It's a great day for a new Chevrolet from Glenn Smith in Opelika. Hit the road in a rugged new full-size Chevy Silverado with discounts up to $12,250 off MSRP. New Chevy Traverse, the spacious and comfortable ride with affordable pricing. Now with discounts up to $4,000 off MSRP. People from all over the USA are coming to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Here they come! More big transport trucks full of new GMC trucks and SUVs to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of the best-selling full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $12,750 off. New GMC Terrains with a fresh design, a spacious interior, and safety features, discounted up to $4,000 off MSRP. Plus, enjoy no payments until November at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Drum majors Connor Napier, Blake Miller, and Maddie Belvin. Is your band ready? Performing their 2025 Ignite show, here is the Smith Station Panther Spirit Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, the Smith Station Panther Spirit Marching Band. Give it up for the Raider marching band. Give them a great round of applause for the Raiders.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
All right, let's start the second half. 14-0 was your score, Mike Peacock. Halftime update right here presented by the Beck Center. What'd you learn in that first half? We're about to get the second half underway.
Well, I learned that Blair Harrison's already put his stamp on this offensive side of the ball here. I mean, you're averaging 6 yards on offense every play, 128 yards on just 23 plays, but they also kept the ball twice as long as Shaw did that first half.
And Shaw's actually going to get the football here to start the second half. They're returning the football is Elijah Tatum. We got Kendall Mills in the building, the superstar himself, Muskogee County School District Citywide AD. By the way, if you missed office hours, they were able to interview Jarvis Jones, which was a tough thing to do, and that's how you know the office hours crew is cool. So make sure to go and listen to that interview, and they kind of recap and talk about the upcoming Heritage Bowl, which we'll be broadcasting tomorrow night live from Memorial Stadium, and I'll have a chance to even talk to Kendall Mills about how the first couple of months have been going on, as he's the leader of and director of athletics here in Muskogee County. And a handoff there. It's going to be 6 yards. For Shaw, though, got a little momentum in that last drive, Mike.
Yeah,
they try to capitalize on just being only down 2 touchdowns.
They moved the ball a little bit more. Seemed like they tried to get the ball in space a little bit. At least when they tried to do passing plays, it was more rollouts, get the quarterback outside from inside the tackle box, get some elusiveness going. They got athletes on that side of the ball. They just got to get them out in space, make some plays in order to keep that offense going.
Second down and short for Smith Station. Thomas, handoff up the middle. Luke Sexton, the fullback, number 27. He's gotten quite a few carries already. Was toting the rock. And that is going to be a first down. Yes. So a first down for Smith Station. And Luke Sexton, the fullback, he's not breaking ankles. You don't need to. They just tough, hard-nosed yardage that he gets up the middle.
Yeah, there's no left, right. It's all straight up field for him. As soon as he gets the ball, he's like, all right, let's see how much farther I can get before somebody finally makes a tackle.
And, yep, false start there, Mike. And they're going to call that on the Panthers. That'll back them up 5 yards.
Yeah, a little mistake there, a little hiccup, but as we could tell from the first half, they didn't stop Smith Station from doing what they wanted to do. Same recipe, same ingredients. See if they can make the same outcome here with this drive.
First and 15 for Smith Station. And there's going to be an outside handoff, and nice job by Shaw coming up, and initially hitting was Darrell Carter Jr. Good job by him in pursuit, slowing down the running back from Smith Station for a minimum gain.
Yeah, he made that initial hit, and then everybody else came up behind him. He kind of slowed the running back down. He was trying to get that corner on that jet sweep. Kept from getting at least to the initial line to gain there, so it's still second and long behind the chains. Looks like Shaw's kind of went to more of an 8-in-the-box type of defense here to try to stop that run game, but still got the 2 safeties back just in case.
And he'll be thrown down. Nice job by Shaw on that defensive tackle, and it'll be third down and long.
Yeah, it looks like Chris Logan got back there to kind of clean up and finish that play off there and keep him from getting past that line of scrimmage, keeping it at 3rd and 11. Trying to force that Smith Station offense to put the ball in the air instead of just keep running the ball at will.
Third down, long. Thomas in a must throwing situation, you would seem like, and it said it is going to be a handoff. And how about that big run by who else? Number 27, Luke Sexton, for a Smith Station first down.
Yeah, that offensive line just opened up a seam right there up the middle. He didn't have to make a single move left, right, no jukes. Just get upfield. You don't want to give up a long play on third down like that, but apparently Smith Station's got the optimism to be able to just say, you know what, 3rd and long, we don't care. We're still going to put it on the ground and take off.
First down and 10 from the 49-yard line. Smith Station driving once again. They've managed to get in Shaw territory all 4 times they've had the football. Two of them led to touchdowns. Another outside handoff and another big run by Trevon Key. And Trevon Key has close to another Smith Station first down.
Yeah, it seems like they're really wearing on that. I mean, you know, you had the halftime adjustments and everything like that. You had 20 minutes to kind of relax after the first half, but it still seems like that Shaw defense is a little bit worn out by that Smith Station offensive line, just beating them after every play.
Second down and short for Smith Station. Handoff, Luke Sexton, first down, Smith Station moving the pile. And big run for the fullback from Smith Station. And the Panthers are now at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, this is one of those drives right here where it's even proven same as the first half. I don't know if the offensive line has spoons in their pockets out there on the field or not, because they're just eating right now.
And that offensive line is having itself a field day. They are just mowing down this Shaw defense. One pass has been thrown this entire game, and it was for a touchdown.
Yep, caught him off guard on that one. Let's see what he does. It's about the same field position as that drive was in the first half. So let's see if maybe he's got a little wrinkle in the offensive line system.
Thomas, handoff, blocking out front, and he almost was able to turn the corner. Jeremiah Owens with the big gallop.
Yeah, he got him out of bounds there before he can cut up field, kind of shielded him from getting upfield there, because after that one defender on that end over there, there's nothing but green grass ahead of him.
And we have a Jack Houston Memorial Hospital injury timeout. We'll be right back after this.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
It's a great day for a new Chevrolet from Glenn Smith in Opelika. Hit the road in a rugged new full-size Chevy Silverado with discounts up to $12,250 off MSRP. New Chevy Traverse, the spacious and comfortable ride with affordable pricing. Now with discounts up to $4,000 off MSRP. People from all over the USA are coming to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
I am like, welcome back, everyone. Shots by Drew. We got incredible angles right now on the field, thanks to Drew Plata. Second down and short. Motion, Thomas. And there goes a nice run by Jeremiah Black. And the wing tee has just been an Achilles heel, it seems like, of this Raiders defense the first 2 weeks of the season. They just seem like they have no answer, man.
No, they don't. They're getting put on skates. Whenever you're playing the wing tee offense, you have to play discipline. You have to play gaps. You have to read keys. And all it really takes is 1 out of 11 to make a mistake, and it can cause for a big play, cause for a big bust on the offensive line. You hate to see it whenever you're trying to stop it.
Don't forget tomorrow, the Heritage Bowl, 6:45, countdown to kickoff. Coverage starts and 7 o'clock kickoff between Carver and Spencer. And that is going to be a walk-in touchdown. Trevon Key for Pater, and the Smith Station Panthers are dealing it to Shaw, 20-0.
There was nothing but a lane on that side, man. I mean, I'm 6'2", about 330 pounds. I could have probably made through that hole that offensive line just made out there. Wide open. Great job over there. That Smith Station offensive line is really starting to show their mettle. out here in this first game of the season, proving this ain't the old Smith Station anymore.
Do you hear that, Mike?
What's that?
That's the Blair Harrison era coming out of the tunnel for Smith Station. It's 21-0. Panthers on top in this borderline showdown on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be right back after this.
Here they come! More big transport trucks full of new GMC trucks and SUVs to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of the best-selling full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $12,750 off. New GMC Terrains with a fresh design, a spacious interior, and safety features, discounted up to $4,000 off MSRP. Plus, enjoy no payments until November at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone. 21-0 is your score. Panthers on top of the Raiders. Shaw's got to get going here offensively. They want to have a chance in this one. Another short poop, and he'll be leveled, and the ball's on the ground, and the Panthers are going to get it back. Holy smokes.
You'd expect on a pooch like that to make a fair catch. He didn't. Found out real quick that was a mistake. Smith Station defender said, nah, give me that.
So we have a Jack Houston Memorial Hospital injury timeout. Smith Station gets a turnover, and they got all the momentum here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Imagine making your dreams a reality, achieving your goals and aspirations, and having a financial partner that understands your dreams never sleep. At Kinetic Credit Union, we're more than just a bank. We're 40,000 members strong, with local service, personal connections, and a nationwide network. Leading-edge technology to help you make financial decisions easier, smarter, and safer. We are Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Here they come! More big transport trucks full of new GMC trucks and SUVs to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of the best-selling full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $12,750 off. New GMC Terrains with a fresh design, a spacious interior, and safety features, discounted up to $4,000 off MSRP. Plus, enjoy no payments until November at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone. 21-0 is your score. We're glad that young man is able to get up. He is having to be helped off the field. That is Jerome Watley III. We're glad that he at least is able to get up. And we hope that he's going to be okay. It was a tough hit. And what's also even more tough is that Smith Station got the ball back, Mike. Injured insult, add insult to injury here.
Yeah, you start off the second half, first drive, you take off 7 minutes off the clock, score a touchdown, turn around, kick, get the ball right back. Shaw doesn't have any time to recover and try to get another score back on there to get back into this game. So let's see if Shaw can kind of keep the heads up, keep fighting on that defensive side to try to get the ball back and at least try to keep this a game instead of letting it get out of hand.
And you see the new Smith Station logo. A new era is being born here tonight at Otis Spencer Stadium. Blair Harrison Up 21-0.
Still running that old school T-bone formation, shifting into the wing before every snap.
I mean, as an old school guy, offensive line coach, you know this fires you up seeing this type of football, Mike.
It does. This is the type of game right here. If you're an offensive lineman, you are excited because you know it's on your back every single play. All I got to do is blow up the guy in front of me,
right,
and we're in the end zone.
Jeremiah Black, 6 tough yards there on the outside carry, sets up 2nd down and 4 for Smith Station. So the blocking, pulling guards, the offensive line has laid down the law here in this one.
Oh, yeah.
They're trying to take a commanding 4-touchdown lead. Who would have thought that heading into this one?
Yeah, nobody saw this coming. It was more of a, let's see what happens with this new era, but now we're starting to see the growth that's already happened over the summer.
And hand off to Luke Sexton. Sexton just bouncing off tacklers like a bowling ball, and he'll get enough for the 1st down. The fullback, I really like the Sexton kid, man. That kid is just taking it. People are laying their helmets on him left and right, and he just keeps bouncing off and churning those legs, man. 1st down, Panthers.
Yeah, seeing him back there in the backfield, it kind of reminds me like when you watch on college football on Saturdays, you watch Army, Navy, the military universities and stuff. When they're out there on the field, it's just the A-backs getting the ball straight up field, no frills, nothing crazy, just churning, legs keep going, 2nd, 3rd attempts keep moving upfield.
And there's another handoff and another 8-yard run. Jeremiah Owens with the big carry. Another 8 yards in 2nd down and short. And you're seeing tired legs and bodies on that defensive side of the ball for the Raiders, Mike.
Oh, yeah, you're seeing hands on the hips. You're seeing people have to come out the game and swap out at this point, substitutions, which really you don't want to happen when you're down there in the red zone as a defense. You want your main guys in there to try to stop and kind of stop the bleeding here, but guys are just getting worn down by the Smith Station offensive line.
Thomas. Inside handoff. This one is to Jeremiah Black, and he will be stopped just short of the 1st down.
Yeah, great pickup there on that defensive side there. The linebackers made their pursuits, got upfield, kept them to a minimal gain, and kept them from crossing that down marker to get the 1st down. Bring it up. Probably what we're going to see. If they don't get it on this play, we know we're probably going to see another 4th down run here. You can hear the Shaw side over here trying to get loud and try to get behind their teammates and get behind their school here to try and get the defense to make a good push.
3rd and short. Handoff, and there goes Black, another 1st down run. Just so methodical in the way they move the football.
It's kind of like Martha White and Land O'Lakes, just bread and butter, baby, all day long. Off tackles, wing tee, smash mouth football. Don't stop what's working for you.
You see the replay there. 1.5 left here in the 3rd quarter. Thomas. And I think Sexton has the football. Thomas did a good job there. Almost confused me.
Yeah, it looked like Noah Hart came up and plugged that dive play right there to get a little loss on that play. Good to see that the Shaw defense isn't just laying back and taking with Smith Station. They're still fighting, still trying to get that ball back and make this a ball game.
$21-0 is your score. And handoff, this time is Trayvon Key, and Key will make it 3rd down and about 6, as that may be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Time of possession has been dominated by Smith Station, and if you're Blair Harrison, you have no incentive to run a play here until the start of the 4th, and that is exactly what is going to happen. Thursday night football, Georgia Alabama Sports Live, presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Houston Clinic, Kinetic Credit Union, and Coca-Cola. We'll be right back after this 4th quarter on the way.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Welcome back, everyone. Start of the 4th quarter here. Thursday night football on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Shaw and Smith Station. Cohen Thomas, you're seeing leading his guys down the field and trying to go up by 4 touchdowns. And that's going to be an outside handoff to Jeremiah Black. Black taken down, but a flag is thrown on 3rd down. From the angle of the flag, I would think maybe holding, Mike?
Yeah, it could be. And, I mean, and right now, it's looking a little bleak for the Raiders right now, unfortunately. I mean, Smith Station had the ball the entire 3rd quarter. Shaw didn't run a single play. Not really good when you're trying to come back in this and make this a ball game. It's the 4th quarter now. They need a huge stand. You can expect Blair Harrison to go for it if it makes it to a 4th down here. So you've got at least 2 plays here to try to do the best you can to get the ball back in your quarterback's hands.
So I think they're going to replay 3rd down here, Mike.
Well, they might have a – oh, they're backing up now. Yeah, it had to be a hold 10 yards back to the 21.
Yeah, so 3rd down and 15. To make that 17. Watch Thomas, who's already thrown 1 pass. He's 1 for 1 with a touchdown here
yeah.
in this game. Thomas, he's going to throw, looking wide open, and just off the fingertips, Elijah Tatum. It looked like a Shaw cornerback was running stride for stride, and then all of a sudden his speed put him out in front, and that was almost another perfect throw for a touchdown.
Yeah, he kicked it into that next gear to get past those defenders. He had 2 or 3 on him right there. Looks like they were running side by side, like you said. Quarterback put it in a pretty decent spot at the back of the end zone. He just could not get to it. Tried to get up there and get it just off the fingertips. Bringing up a 4th and long here.
And if you're Smith Station, why not go for this?
Why not?
I wouldn't go for the kick. Why not try to go for the touchdown on 1st down? The way your defense is playing, shutting out Shaw so far in this one. And timeout is called. Blair Harrison wants to talk it over with his quarterback. Panthers lead 21-0. Don't forget, tomorrow we have the Heritage Bowl happening at 6:45, countdown to kickoff. DJ Jones and I will be there for what should be a great Heritage Bowl classic at Memorial Stadium. It's going to be packed full of pageantry, tailgating, and more. Cannot wait to be on the call. It's my 5th straight Heritage Bowl, Mike, I'm going to be calling. You're going to be heading down to Valley because Glenwood opens up their season against Valley, and in my opinion, the game of the year last year, Mike, Valley at Glenwood. Valley was up 20-0. They end up losing the game 21-20. Glenwood ended up getting a turnover on the last play of the game. Unbelievable finish. You're in store for a good one. I know you're looking forward to it. 8 o'clock tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be wild. You're not going to know what's going to happen. Weather could be a factor tomorrow night, all that stuff. So it could be a wild one.
And that one's going to be up. And good. Nailing the field goal. It's number 84, Ethan Monka.
Nice little
delivering it.
38-yard field goal right there towards the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Well,
didn't see that coming.
Everything going right for Smith Station. It's 24-0 on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
It's a great day for a new Chevrolet from Glenn Smith in Opelika. Hit the road in a rugged new full-size Chevy Silverado with discounts up to $12,250 off MSRP. New Chevy Traverse, the spacious and comfortable ride with affordable pricing. Now with discounts up to $4,000 off MSRP. People from all over the USA are coming to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
All right, we're back here. It's 24-0, fourth quarter, all Smith Station. Another short punt that is going to go out of bounds and flag. So this time Shaw's going to get good field position, but nothing has gone right except for that, it seems like, for the Raiders tonight, Mike.
Yeah, it seems like that might be it's one favorable play for them, but it might be a little bit too little too late. I mean, we're at 11:23 left in the fourth quarter. Unfortunately, Shaw's about to have their first snap on offense here in the second half. When you have to wait almost 13 minutes to touch the ball, it's not really a favorable position to be in when you're already down by basically 3 scores right now if you count 2-point conversions. So we'll see if Garner has anything up his sleeve to try to get his team back in the game.
At this point, why not open up the kitchen sink and just try something?
Yeah.
Because right now, you're averaging 4 points a game in the first 2 weeks of the season.
Yeah.
8 last week, 0 now. Something's got to give offensively. And again, I want to preface this by saying, even if Shaw does go on to lose this and go down 0-2, they still have everything in front of them because they've not played a region game yet. And I still think this roster's talented enough to win 6 or 7 games. But right now, it's been a tough opening 2 weeks for Coach Gardner and his Raiders.
Oh, most definitely. It's nothing against Shaw's talent. There's nothing against Shaw's desire right now. Smith Station's come out tonight and just played with fire on them.
And I want to give credit. Nothing to take away from, Smith Station.
Not at all.
They've been excellent here tonight. First down and 10 from the Raider 41-yard line is Dylan Peterson and the offense. There's Coach Gardner now, who's, again, can't be too thrilled by the performance here tonight. Peterson's going to keep the zone read, and he's got a lot of space and a good run by Dylan Peterson. You're seeing the speed. He obviously has great arm strength. He just hasn't had a lot of time to throw, and, again, no consistency on offense for Shaw. But there's a first down run.
Now, you want to see that coming out in the fourth quarter here. You know Smith Station's expecting pass plays. They're expecting the deep balls to try to get Shaw back into this game. So if you can get chunk plays like that on the ground, it's always a good sign when your team's still fighting to get back in it.
And, he's leveled and taken down. What a big hit by big number 78, Michael Bonner.
Swallowed him up on that one.
Holy smokes, we've seen some hard hits here by Smith Station tonight.
Yeah, you got to look at it. The offensive line for Smith Station has been dominant all night long. The defensive line for Smith Station has been dominant all night long. We can tell where their strength's going to lie throughout this season so far if they are to succeed past this point, try to make a playoff push in Blair Harrison's first season.
Second down and long. Peterson throws, tipped, almost intercepted. Key was there on the deflection. Third down and long.
Yeah, he tried to find them back there, had great coverage back there. Throw was a little bit off, got tipped in the air. Remember back, you practice the tip drills in practice as a DB. He just couldn't quite get his hands around the ball there to make that big play and give Smith Station the ball back.
Don't forget to tune into the Georgia-Alabama Sports Live show this Sunday night. We'll drop our power rankings. We'll recap everything that's happening. Plus, we have a live show from Glenn Smith Saturday morning at 11 o'clock. Busy weekend, as always, on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. But it starts tomorrow with 4 football games right here on this channel. Peterson, all day to throw. Fires, tries to throw it to the outside and was caught by Robert Bailey, but it was out of bounds. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, he was rolling out to the right there trying to find his guy, and he just waited just a little bit too long. Receiver got it where he got it out of bounds by the time he caught the ball. So looks like we might be looking at a punt here at midfield with 4th and 14 coming up. Drive looked promising at first with that 12-yard run by the quarterback to start off the drive on the first play, but after that, got eaten up by the defensive line on the first run. After that, 2 incomplete passes. You hate to have to give the ball back to Smith Station at this point, but.
And Shaw's going to call a timeout on 4th down. Confusion there, it seemed like, from the Raiders. So back to the games, man. We talked about Glenwood of Valley. We talked about Tatnall at Pacelli, which will be fun at 7:30. We also have Harris County traveling to Troup County. Troup County, one of the top 3A teams in the state. We know about Harris County and the rough-nosed Tigers. I called Tommy Watson. He's the Ed Orgeron of this area. Go Tigers!
Go Tigers.
And County heading up to Troup County. We'll have that for you, 7:30.
And that's a wild atmosphere at Callaway Stadium,
man.
too.
And it's going to be a lot of fun. You can catch all 4 of those games right here on the Georgia-Alabama Sports Live YouTube channel and Facebook page tomorrow. Headlined by, again, the Heritage Bowl. We'll have our high school game day at 6 o'clock. Live hits from all 4 locations. We'll talk about every game locally in the area, make picks. Told you I have special guest Kendall Mills on. Plus the actual game and then the scoreboard show later on that night. Bad snap, but actually a good punt. It'll go out of bounds. I say good, but then depending on where this is marked off at, you never could tell. And that man's still walking. Nope, and he stops right at the 37-yard line is where Smith Station will take over. Last time I heard, Kendrick was winning, and we'll get an update here in just a little bit. I'm telling you, Coach Mayo heard my thoughts and said, Thrift, I'm going to make you like a genius. Last year was Ryan McKenzie. I sent his check in the mail, and he's got it. This year, it's Coach Mayo and those Cherokees. Don't let them start 2-0 now. 24-0 here, though. Smith Station on top.
Yeah, a lot of pride in that Kendrick Cherokee community as well right there. I mean,
no doubt about it. Jeremiah Black's going to get it. Black is going to get 4 yards there on a good first down run.
Yeah, just keep doing the same thing. There's nothing fancy about it. We've seen 2 play action passes out of this game on the Smith Station side of the ball. Other than that, dives, tosses, sweeps, jet sweeps.
Typical Blair Harrison football.
Yes, sir. But we're not going to do a lot, but we're going to be great at what we do.
Yeah, we're going to be great at the little that we do. And you know this has got to be a confidence booster. Plus, they host Valley next week. You talk about having a community on fire. Start 2-0 if you're the Panthers and Blair Harrison. Jeremiah Black, another positive 3 yards to bring up third down and short.
Yeah, you got to see that Shaw defense. They're still trying to fight. It's not like they're getting big plays on that
Right.
Smith Station side running the ball. They're still getting 4, 5 yards, which you hate to see as a defense, but it's not like they're just giving up and laying down and just taking what Smith Station's giving them.
Absolutely
They're
not.
trying to make the plays here in the fourth quarter.
Third down. And another big handoff. Sexton runs over a man and gets a first down.
Yeah, he's pretty much just running at will on those dives right there. If he's touching the ball, you can bet there's going to be 5, 6, 7 yards of play right now at this point. He's a churner and burner, that's for sure.
Kendrick leads 13-8, 28 seconds left thanks to Director of Athletics. I love saying that, Kendall Mills, helping us out with some score updates. So Kendrick looking like they're about to start 2-0.
Cherokee Nation, baby.
Give me some Mo Cherokees, man. Crawford next week on the road. First down. And there's going to be a penalty. All right. Let's talk about what Shaw has coming up next for this season. As they are going to, looking like they're going to be heading to 0-2 on the year. They'll head to Athens Academy next Friday. Then they have a bye, and then they have at Hardaway, Sumter County, Columbus, Carver, Spencer, and they end with Kendrick and Jordan. Tough stretch.
Yeah.
And Athens Academy is a good football team.
Yeah, the middle of that schedule is going to be a real tough one for Shaw to get through.
And another big run on 1st and 15 from Sexton. He gets 7 and make it 8 yards on that opening carry.
You know me, I'm a big guy myself. I coached the offensive line for a while.
You love
here.
it, man.
Oh, I love it, man. That Braden Blakeney kid playing center for Smith Station, he's a bruiser. He's a brawler. Everything starts with him. These dive plays that are working for Smith Station up the middle, he's blowing up the middle of that defensive line for Shaw. Seems like every play. Not a small kid at all. Strong athleticism, tearing it up right now for Smith Station on the offensive line.
Under 6 minutes left in this one. It's been a long night, but a lot of fun. Had an hour and a half lightning delay between the two of them to start the game, and then right as we began the game in the first quarter, Jeremiah Owens goes around left in for 6 yards.
Basically same recipe as usual. They started off this first down with a false start, went back 5 yards, said, you know what, we're just going to dive and toss it still, off tackle. Now we're sitting here 3rd and 1.
All right, let's talk about Smith Station. They got Valley next week, and if they beat Valley, they could be undefeated heading in to Central.
If anything, it's a confidence booster to go into that one, too.
Which, again, not saying that Smith Station is on the level of Central yet, but, man, it would feel good heading in there undefeated with some confidence. 3rd down and short. And there goes Thomas. He keeps it. And Aaron Grant catches him from behind. And good job by Grant on the loss.
Yeah, huge third down play there by Grant to get him to force a fourth down. 4.5 minutes left in the game here.
And we got confirmation. Kendrick, 2-0, baby. The Cherokees is coming out exactly the way Thrift Barringer said, man. 2-0, baby. On their way to those 5 or 6 wins. Mark my words, Coach Mayo. Fourth down, Smith Station's going to go for it. Trying to kind of put this one to bed. Under 4. Motion. Thomas. And handoff up the middle. Look, it's Luke Sexton, but I think they're going to get. Oh, and there's some extra tackles, and then we got a push. And good job by the teammates from Smith Station, calming Luke Sexton down. That was obviously the young man from Shaw didn't hear the whistle. It happens. Everything's okay. There is going to be a flag. There's obviously false start on Smith Station, so they're going to back up 5 yards. We'll see if they have a unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, it depends on whether he got the initial show for the flag or the secondary one.
I think they're going to have.
Got it on Shaw.
So offsetting penalties on both teams after the play, but did have a false start that'll be 4th down and 8.
Yeah, kind of confused on that one with the personal foul after the play. I thought maybe they were going to move it up and be an automatic first down, but I'm not sure if they nullified the flag or not. But
Blair Harrison, the winningest football coach in Brookstone history, trying to not really revive, but wants another shot.
oh yeah, a little revamp, coming there. Smith Station's had a little bit of a struggle in that, and they're a football community. They love their Panthers.
And they just want competitive football.
Exactly.
Man.
They want to be out there. They come out here strong. They came out here strong tonight. You know, it's not a short drive across the river from Smith Station.
Absolutely not, man. We'll take a break. 3:13 remaining in this one. It's all Panthers, 24-0. Thursday Night Football on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Welcome back, everybody. 24-0 is your score. Mike Frost, Thrift Barringer, Thursday Night Football, back-to-back Thursday nights for you, Mike Frost.
Sir.
You'll be Glenwood Valley tomorrow. Smith Station decided to punt it, and a fair catch is made by Trenton Patton, and Shaw will get the ball with 3:07, see if they can score a touchdown, just to get that bad taste out of your mouth a little bit.
Yeah, see if they can get something in there, get some kind of momentum, something to look at when it comes to film after this game, kind of something to look forward to leading into next week's game, and kind of get some little positive influence going here, because there hasn't been a whole lot to be able to call out positively so far this game, whether it's on the offense or the defensive side.
It's over, Tom. 24-0 is your score. Peterson steps up in the pocket, fires across field, and it had a man open, but trying to find Caden Rojas, and that one was short.
Yeah,
Had Grant open too, and a lot of green grass there, Mike, if he was able to complete the pass.
yeah, it looks like he got kind of rushed in the pocket there. He stepped up like he should, but it seems like the little crowd around him kind of got in his head a little bit. He rushed the throw and short hopped it out there when there was plenty of green grass for the receiver to take off after the catch. You know, at this point, Shaw's going to be trying to throw the ball, get the ball downfield, get some yardage here, and try to at least get some score on the board.
And Peterson is going to complete that pass. A nice gain, set up 3rd down and short.
Yeah, nice little sideline pattern right there by the receiver to get upfield and at least get a good little chunk up here, make it a decent 3rd down to where they can try to get the first and keep this drive going. You can hear the Smith Station band over there celebrating right now.
And that is the band of the land, man. There is a massive number of students in that band. Great job by the band director for Smith Station. Peterson looking, he's under duress. He's going to take off and run. No, he's going to throw it downfield. Has a man open, and he overshoots Trenton Patton. Flags did come out. I wonder if he passed the line of scrimmage there, Mike, before throwing that one.
Yeah, I believe he might have. Plus, there's some in the backfield as well, so there may have been a holding as well in there while he was scrambling. Smith Station was in hot pursuit of him on that defensive front. They were coming for him.
I want to say thank you to my crew here tonight. 2-man crew that pulled this off. Literally 2 guys producing, running multiple cameras. Chris Gates, Drew Plata. Unbelievable broadcast, unbelievable production. We have gone from doing games 3 years ago off my phone to a high-level production like this, and we're going to have the same thing tomorrow night for all 4 games. But shots by Drew, production by Chrissy, can't beat that dynamic duo. And we look forward to being there tomorrow. 4 games, 7 o'clock marquee matchup, the Heritage Bowl, Carver-Spencer. 7:30, 2 games, Tatnall at Pacelli, and Harris County travels to Troup County, and then the 8 o'clock, Glenwood goes to Valley. 3rd down for Peterson. Peterson throws over the middle, caught, good catch, and finding there Trenton Patton. Finally something positive over the middle, and a 1st down for the Raiders.
Oh, yeah, by far that's their biggest play so far this game right here. You hate for it to happen with 2 minutes left to go in the game, but you can tell these Raiders aren't ready to just give up yet. A lot of resilience. They're still fighting out there, still trying to get down there. They want to taste that end zone before this clock hits 0.
Let's go, Raiders, let's go.
Peterson eludes 1 tackler, and it's going to be intercepted.
Lord.
Holy smokes. Peterson tried to make a play. I give him for the effort, but then tries to just tip a pass that only went 10 yards. It needed to go 15, and it was intercepted by Trevon Key, who already has a rushing touchdown. Peterson is down, so we'll have a Jack Houston Memorial Hospital injury timeout. And we'll be right back after this. 1:42 left in this one.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Peterson able to walk it off, but with help, we hope he is okay. Want to add more injuries to the list for the Raiders. Tough start for them, but They got to go to Athens Academy next Friday night. Athens is 0-1 right now in the season. So if they're able to win that one, they'll go to 1-2 and they'll have a bye, and they have very winnable games in about a 5-game stretch. First, they got to get past this one, and tonight it was all Smith Station, Mike Frost.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And even it goes back to that last play there. Smith Station hadn't let off the gas one bit this whole game. Trevon Key making that interception with a toe tap on the sideline to get them the ball back with less than 2 minutes ago, negating any chance Shaw had of trying to get that touchdown before this game ended.
And they're in victory formation. Panthers fans, you've waited 2 years to hear these words. You won. And the Panthers are going to start the season 1-0. Blair Harrison is congratulated by his coaches. This does not mean they're out of the doghouse. Doesn't mean that Smith Station is going to win 7 or 8 games this year. But what it does mean is that Smith Station is changing the culture, laying a foundation for something truly special in the next couple of years. Big win for Blair Harrison to come across the river and take down Shaw 24-0.
Oh, yeah, it's a big main thing you want to do every game, especially when you come in taking over a program, trying to rebuild it, trying to get it back to glory. You want to take that step forward, and they took one big step forward tonight, showing everybody Smith Station ain't what Smith Station was. Now we're out here ready to fight. Not saying that they're going to be a title contender at this point, but they've proven that there's improvement day by day over there in Alabama at this school.
Tonight's Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game is the entire Smith Station offensive line.
Woo, boy.
Panthers get a huge victory to start the Blair Harrison era off with a bang. They come over to Spencer Stadium and shut out the Raiders 24-0. They dominated time of possession. They threw 2 passes all game. One was for a touchdown. But I think you love them more than anyone, Mike Frost, as a former offensive lineman. The Big Uglies deserved it. They're our Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game.
Yeah, we used to, we're always called the Big Uglies. We don't get a whole lot of the recognition when it comes to the papers, when it comes to the TV. Nobody talks about us a whole lot. But everything starts at the front. Everything starts on the line, whether it's offense or defense. And Smith Station dominated on both sides on that line. And special shout out, the center, Braden Blakeney. I know I brought him up a couple times tonight. For one, he stands out. The boy is not small. He's tall. And he drove that defensive line back all night long, letting their Smith Station running backs get those dives and just do what they wanted to at will.
Smith Station, this is their 3rd win since 2021. But there's got to be a lot of optimism on the horizon out in Pantherland. And tonight, the Panthers come in and handle their business. Cohen Thomas was great, leading the offense. The 4-headed attack of Sexton, Jeremiah Black, Jeremiah Owens, and Trevon Key did a great job on the ground.
That's going to be a fun bus ride back home tonight.
No doubt. And they get to regroup and host Valley next Friday night. As for Shaw, they need to regroup and get back on the right track.
I don't see why they can't.
And Blair Harrison, you're seeing this celebrating with and talking to some, well, not celebrating, but talking to some of his former Shaw players. That's awesome, man. But you're seeing the celebration. Panthers players going over there with the cheerleaders.
Celebrating in front of their band members, all their other classmates that made it to the game tonight. It's always a beautiful scene to see optimism in a bunch of teenage kids playing a game.
And this is exactly why we do it, Mike, for moments just like this. What a game. And what a start to the Blair Harrison era. Well, don't forget, tomorrow, 4 football games, all right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Tatnall Square at Bocelli, 7:30. Harris County travels to Troup County, 7:30. 8 o'clock, Valley hosting Glenwood. And, of course, the marquee matchup, the game of the season, Spencer and Carver, the ultimate rivalry, the Heritage Bowl. You'll be able to catch it all on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, starting tomorrow with high school game day at 6 o'clock with Richard Holdridge, plus the halftime update presented by the Beck Center. Thank you to Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Coca-Cola, Kinetic Credit Union, Houston Clinic, and Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. From Drew Plata, Chris Gates, Mike Frost, I'm Thrift Barringer saying thank y'all so much for watching. Panthers take down the Raiders 24-0 here on Thursday Night Football, Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Y'all have a great night, everyone.